Online insurance company Lemonade stocks rebound 37% after the lockup period. I'm going to be talking about that topic today. The first thing I want to bring up on this topic, we're going to talk about what is the online company Lemonade. What is it? What is Lemonade, the online insurance company? We're going to take out this lockup period and the drop. We're going to compare it to Airbnb and DoorDash. And also, we're going to learn how does this apply to future investments. So right here, if you don't know what Lemonade is, make sure I spell something wrong. Yeah, I did it right. B&B. I did it right. I thought I misspelled something. But if you don't know what this is, if you don't know what online Lemonade company is, we're going to talk about this. Most importantly, we're going to talk about the lessons learned that you learned from the lockup period that you can apply to Airbnb and DoorDash. So y'all stick around. But if you haven't done so already, go ahead.
Hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell icon. Hit that like, comment, and share button.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages, you are now tuned in to the show. As always, this is your gracious host, the Prince of Investing, Prince Dykes, coming to you guys and girls live, all the way from the beautiful city and state of Denver, Colorado. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, comment, and share button. And as always, I don't have a lot of time, and I definitely, you guys and girls don't have a lot of time, so we're going to jump straight into it. So if you're coming in, you're catching it live, tell me where you're from. First, we're going to talk about what is Lemonade. We're going to talk about the lockup period and drop. How can an investor use this to their advantage? And we're going to talk about the rebound of Lemonade and all of the great stuff. We're going to get to the comments at the end. So first, I want to give a shout out to Michael out there in Toronto, Canada. This is when Lemonade became on my list. I've been following since last year, since the IPO. He brought it up on the show. I always follow a bunch of companies, and I followed Lemonade all the way until its lockup period. On this lockup period, Lemonade dropped 14% in one day. So right here on their lockup period, they dropped 14% in one day. Now, after this lockup period, this is a time that I really pay attention to what the company is going to do. Since the lockup period, which was about 3 weeks ago, the company has returned somewhere roughly between 30 to 40% on its stock value. So that intrigues my mind. Next step is the next earnings statement is in February, which is next month. So we saw that clear out of the lockup period. Prince, who cares? The lockup period. We had a lockup period and a drop. Who cares? How can an investor pay attention to that for the future? Prime example. Who remember the big IPO of Airbnb and DoorDash of last year? Airbnb and DoorDash came out. Everybody asked me, Prince, are you going to get Airbnb? Are you going to get DoorDash? What do you think? Blah, 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 or whatever. So I went ahead and I did an episode on their lockup period, when their lockup period was going to occur. I said, I'm going to wait until after their lockup period, see how the stock performs after the lockup period. That's when I'll probably be interested in their company. So as an investor, you will see in real world, Lemonade, a company like Lemonade that came out at IPO, it ran up, it had a lockup period, boom, it crashes down. Now it started its run back up, picking up back its value. This is when I started to pay attention to a company, started looking to their finances or whatever the case may be. Same thing with the Airbnb. If you're an Airbnb person, if you are a DoorDash person, you're someone that's seen these companies come out last year. They had all the marketing. Oh, this is the first day. Everybody wants to jump in on Airbnb and DoorDash. And guess what continues to happen, right? I said, hey, ladies and gentlemen, pay attention to the lockup period first. Because when you look what just happened in Lemonade, this is probably what's going to happen to Airbnb and DoorDash. That lockup period is very important because this is when initial investors can get rid of the stocks. Then I can look at the finances of the company to see how it's looking. So the first thing is, let's take a look at Lemonade. What is Lemonade? Right here, this is an online insurance company. When it first came out, I didn't know what it was about. I was like, okay, it's an insurance company. What's the difference between this one and the ones that exist? And I looked at all these companies that were out there, and I said, well, let's take a look at this particular company. So right here, let's take a look at the chart. Right now, it's trading for $147 now. Where are we at? Let's go to my chart. Okay. Computer's been a little slow right now. I didn't mean to click on that. But we're going to look at the chart real quick. And the first thing we're going to see on the chart, this company hasn't been out long. It just IPO'd not too long ago. I don't know. I'm on Yahoo Finance right now. I don't know why my chart is taking a while that I'm sharing with you guys live. But when it comes up, you're going to see this company went up to $107. And when it got to $107, that's when you see the big drop off. No, not to 107. It went to 100 and I think it was $20. Don't worry about it. We're going to see it right here. So right about here on December, so the company went up to 90. No, I don't want to look at percentile. I'm trying to look at the stock price. $134. So it went up to $134. Then it went from 134 and it fell to 107 within one day. I did an episode on that if y'all saw that. So the stock fell right after the lockup period. But you can see after this lockup period, the company has gone from 107 all the way up to 147. Friday, the last 2 or 3 days, it has been a big sell-off. So really, this company ran up to $176. So from 107 all the way up to $176 after the lockup period. So now this is when I become intrigued by the company. I look more into it. So the first place you can look more into a company, go to the company website. So right here on Yahoo Finance, you can go to Profile. Up on the profile, you can go to www.lemonade.com. Now, once you go to lemonade.com, you can turn, let me share my screen here. I'm going to show you how you can look up the finances of this particular company. Stopped. We're going to go back in. I'm going to share my screen here. Give me 1 second. So once I go to Lemonade, I go to the investor relations of the company, as you can see. Now, what makes this company different? That's what intrigues me about the company. What makes it different? So what? You're going to be talking about a company or whatever, right? So right here, this is their investor relations. Lemonade offers renters, home insurance, and pet health insurance in the United States. Contents and liability insurance in Germany and the Netherlands. Renters insurance in France throughout the full stack insurance carriers. Provided by artificial intelligence and behavioral economics. Lemonade set out to replace brokers and bureaucracy with bots and machine learning and aim for zero paperwork and instant everything. So the big thing is Lemonade is coming in and it's using artificial intelligence, right? Its big thing is we're going to use artificial intelligence to pretty much cut out the middleman. It's pretty much getting rid of insurance agents, or it's going to do one bot is going to be able to do the work of 20, 30 to 100 agents at one time. So it's little to no paperwork. And the idea, after studying this company, they only offer renters, homeowners insurance, and pet health insurance, right? So for prime example, most people start out as renters. Maybe you rent an apartment. Then after you rent an apartment, you go, you buy a car. After you have your car in your apartment, then you become a homeowner. Then as you become a homeowner, so what happens is they give out very cheap renters insurance to attract people in their young ages of life. So once you're in your young age of life, then it's going to gradually grow with you. One day you're going to buy a condo. One day you're going to buy that big house for the family or whatever, and it's going to pretty much track you throughout your life. So their whole business model is to use artificial intelligence to get young people to get into their company for very cheap and slowly ride them throughout life, because naturally people usually get they're single, then they buy a house, then they get married, then they have kids, all of the good stuff like that, and they're going to require more and more and more and more insurance. Take me for example. First, I had a car and I had car insurance. Then I had an apartment. Then I had renter's insurance and car insurance. Then I brought another car. So I had car insurance on 2 cars and an apartment. Then I went from renting an apartment to renting houses. Then when I was renting a house, I needed homeowners insurance. Well, not homeowners insurance, but renter's insurance for a house now and my 2 cars. Then I went from that to, hey, I need life insurance. They don't provide that. But then I bought a home. So now I have a home, 2, 3 cars. So you can see over time. So if you get a person at 18 all the way to 35 or 36, this is their whole thing. And they're using artificial intelligence and AI, artificial intelligence, to pretty much disrupt the bureaucracy of the insurance company. So now that I see this, I'm like, okay, I can see how they're trying to do here. Now I can look into the finances of their company. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to show you guys and girls how you can use the lockup period on an IPO to watch things wash out and be able to jump on the momentum. Lemonade has a lot of momentum. I want to see it making momentum sense. Is momentum strong? I want to see if it's financially strong, to see if this company, how much cash they're bringing in. It's more things they're talking about with disrupting, but it's on my radar now. All right, let's see who we got in here before I head out of here. Lucky's mom, how you doing, Lucky's mom? She said, good evening, Prince and everyone. How you doing? You know, Brandon Johnson, I'm not messing with you. DJ Mix, he said, Pensacola's in the house. Okay. Miss Melody, how you doing, Miss Melody? Facebook said, you see, brother, we need people like you in our community. No problem. Thank you. Let's see who we got here. Somebody said, message me after you stream. I don't know who this is. I'm serious, you won't. I don't know who that is. How you doing, Miss? He said, do they do? Randy said, do they do life insurance? No, they only do renter's insurance. They do renter's insurance, homeowners insurance, and pet insurance currently. But I think they will naturally grow. But anyway, here we go. How you doing, Miss Jacqueline? She said, hey, Prince, how you doing? LH19, he said, what's up, family? What's going on? Thank you for checking in. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do a, you said, Prince, is AT&T still a buy? For me, no. Pays a nice dividend. Stock doesn't move, hasn't moved. I mean, I would rather go with a Verizon, my personal take. Right? DJ Mix said, what's up with Uber? Uber is just fine. You know, the jury's going to be out on Uber here in a couple months. You know, we're watching Uber. We're getting ready to go into earnings season, ladies and gentlemen. This is when those finances get put into play. Earnings season starting this week with Netflix. So from the next 3 or 4 weeks, we should see a lot of volatility, and we're going to see these companies open up their money, open up their books, right? So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to do a quick recap. Make sure I got that right. I'm going to do a quick recap here. Today, we talked about that lockup and drop period. I like to call it lockup and drop period because Lemonade hit its drop period, dropped 14% overnight due to that lockup period expiring. This is a good indicator for investors to look at Airbnb and DoorDash when that lockup period expires. So we might see a big sell-off. This is the time now. After I see a company do a big sell-off and they gain momentum, then I'm looking at the finances to learn about the company. Then, so we see lockup period drop, then fall off, then come back. Lemonade is coming back. Now we have to look at the finances of the company. How are they going to revolutionize, but how are they going to disrupt the insurance industry? So now we're looking at what they're doing. They're pretty much taking the insurance world and using artificial intelligence, using less agents and people. And when they use less agents and people, they can offer cheaper products. And their whole idea is to get young people to buy into them with their renter's insurance at a young age. Hey, we get Randy at the age of 19 when he get his renter's insurance and we treat him well, he's going to come back to us when it's time to get his car insurance, his homeowner's insurance, XYZ. Even though they don't offer that right now, that's their thought process. And they're offering very cheap policies at a young age to keep people around and to keep marketing things to them. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I hope y'all got something out of that, learning about that lockup period and seeing how it could be a great opportunity for investors. That's what I was looking at here. Shout out to Michael out there in Toronto, Canada, for bringing this across I never forgot about it when you told me about it. I always kept an eye on it. And we're taking a further look into Lemonade. We're going to see. They have their earnings release next month. All right? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls and children of all ages, one big thing to remember, compare Lemonade to other companies, insurance companies, and we're going to see how they're going to look out. But this earnings season, you're going to see more content as these companies release their earnings report. All right? All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls and children of all ages, into the next video, podcast, cartoon, or whatever else crazy you see me do around the globe. Peace. Be safe. I'm out. Thank you.